Hey everyone, I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are reviewing Mattel's San Diego ComicCon 2021 Jurassic Park set, which is inspired from the deleted scene where Samuel L. Jackson's character Ray Arnold gets killed in the underground bunker by the Velociraptor while trying to turn the circuit breakers back on. This set, as well as other exclusives, will be sold on creations.mattel.com starting July 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The packaging for this set, as you see here, is the underground bunker, and they really did a phenomenal job on the artwork. It almost looks like a photograph. So this is very cool. This is definitely a special set, and it's inspired from the deleted scene. So you didn't get to see Ray Arnold killed by the Velociraptor in the movie. You only saw his severed arm, which is what Ellie found when she went down there, and she also ran into the raptor. So here's a look at both sides. You see the jungle backdrop, the fence, the danger high voltage sign, and you have the Jurassic Park logo right there. You also have the Mattel logo on the bottom right. The back of the box, you see the backside of the bunker, which you don't see in the film, and you see a sign which explains this set, basically, what happens to Ray Arnold in his final scene. So you can read that. And it also specifies what's in the box. 1 dinosaur, 1 figure, 1 base, and 1 display case included. So that's very cool. So, interesting thing about this convention packaging is that this is not the only box. There's a second box inside. And you see that right there. You see how the box is positioned. And this would be the diorama with the figures inside. You see there's even a couple of instructions inside there. So first, let's take a look at these. These require batteries. So that's your look there. Let's open this up. Okay. So here's your look at the instructions. And of course the other side. So this is going to show you how it works, everything that's included in here. How to turn the lights and the speaker on. How to remove the arm. This second box that's inside gives you an even closer look at the compound here. Some more great artwork, some leaves and stuff like that, plants from the jungle, and you have a closer look at the front door. The artwork on here is phenomenal, highly detailed. They really did a nice job on this. And even the back, very nice detail on there. Nothing on the top there. And let's take a look at the bottom. Bottom has the barcode and some other details going on here. What I like about this packaging is that there's really no reason to cut into it, such as the sides or anything. This opens right in front.
Whatever it did it all. But with the key checks off, the computer didn't file the keystroke, so the only way to find them now is to go through the computer's lines of code one by one.
And it plays sounds. There's lights and noises from the Velociraptor.
Hold on to your butts.
So Ray Arnold speaks several phrases from the movie.
No, that's crazy. You're out of your mind. He's absolutely out of his mind.
And they even use the voice of Samuel L. Jackson, which is awesome.
minutes, I can have power back on the entire park.
Well, as we know, he never did turn the power back on.
Theoretically, yes, but we've never shut down the entire system before. It may not come back on at all.
So all of these are quotes from the movie, which is awesome.
Hold on to your butts.
And I think that's all he says, probably like 4 or 5 phrases.
3 minutes, I can have power back on the entire park.
So once he says a phrase, the dinosaur makes a sound and lights up, which you've seen several times now. And here's a closer look at inside the packaging. Both Ray Arnold, the Velociraptor, and the computer right back here. It's all in a plastic tray, which you see. The plastic, it's really not removable, so, well, you can probably cut into it, but who would want to damage convention packaging? So my recommendation is to leave it the way it is, and Ray Arnold, you could just take out. However, the Velociraptor, you really have to cut off these things to get them off. And this piece of hardware back here, you could just pull out. That's pretty much easy enough. Here's a closer look at all this, just to give you guys a... The other thing I want to show you is that the speaker is right down here. So there's your look at there. And that's where all the phrases come from. And the light is right there, so the dinosaur can make a sound. Let's just hear it one more time.
No, that's crazy. You're out of your mind. He's absolutely out of his mind.
And I forgot to mention that there's another one right there. I actually thought that was a screw, but that's the second light. So the other thing noteworthy about the packaging is that the position of Ray Arnold and the Velociraptor. As you can see, his arm is sticking out, and there's a red line right there halfway through the arm. So we know that the Velociraptor grabs the arm, rips it off, and he's even in that position that he's about to jump up and grab it. Again, this was a deleted scene in the movie, and getting the set that getting this particular set really gives you a good idea about what happened and how he died. So they really did a nice job on presentation, as you can see, and I, for one, really love the set. So what I'm going to do now is remove the figures from packaging. So here's a look at the figures out of packaging. The back panel, computer thing back there, very, very hard to take out of the packaging without cutting into it and doing all that. I don't feel like ripping into this packaging and potentially damaging it. So I'm just going to leave it back there. But it is a separate piece, and I guess you could remove it if you really wanted to. But in my opinion, this set is primarily based on the Velociraptor right here and Ray Arnold. So you get these two characters, these two great characters in this set right here. Ray Arnold and the Velociraptor are 3 3/4 inch scaled, and he is making his debut in this line. Previous ComicCon exclusives such as Don Hammond and Dennis were first offered at San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm going to assume that we're going to see Ray Arnold released at general retail in some other fashion. I don't know if there's going to be any differences between this release and if they decide to do another one. I don't know this as a fact, but I'm just going by the previous years and stating my guess right here. As you can see, he's nicely detailed, very nicely sculpted. They really did a phenomenal job on him. His tie, he unlooped that, which is pretty neat, and they brought that detail in there. Again, you also see the severed arm right there, where it pops out, where you see the red line. So we're going to take a closer look at that. The head sculpt to actor Samuel L. Jackson, very nicely done. The glasses are not removable, in case you were wondering. And he also comes in a kind of like a light gray shirt, maybe a little off-white, with some light gray stripes on there. The pants are a darker gray, black belt, silver belt buckle, and black dress shoes. Let's take a closer look at that head sculpt likeness, as it's very nicely done. There is a little mark right here on his forehead, which unfortunately these things do happen at the factory, so that's a little disappointing, but that's how he came. The Velociraptor is sculpted in a, it looks like he's about to jump. And they did this by sculpting the legs bent and this one backwards. So that's how they're able to give him this effect right here. This figure has limited articulation, such as swivel legs. The tail's bendy. It looks like a swivel joint here, but that doesn't swivel. Swivel arms and a hinged jaw, just as other 3 3/4 Velociraptors have. The eyes on him are metallic green, which really stand out. You can see it glowing, which looks really cool. And that's it on both sides there. So that's a very nice touch. In the deleted scene, which I did not see, I'm assuming that Ray Arnold is running from the Velociraptor, so if you choose, you can position him in a running pose. However, due to how this figure is sculpted, it's kind of difficult to get him to stand in a way other than this. You know, you could have him, looks like he's running away. However, he will fall over. Oh, well, now he decides to stand. So I guess you can have him in a position like that as he's running away from the Velociraptor there. But again, it is a little tricky to stand, just that now it decided to work for whatever reason. So as I said before, the right arm is removable and that just pops right off. So you can put that in the Velociraptor's mouth, which you see him holding on to. So in the film, in the deleted scene, you saw Ellie back up into the arm, which appeared to be intact. My guess is that the Velociraptor tore it off and then ate Mr. Arnold, which is why you didn't see the rest of him when she ran into the arm. But here's a look at the arm inside the Velociraptor's mouth right there. He's got a pretty good grip on it, but it is a little bit loose and will fall off, so just as shown. So just be aware of that. He can bite down on it as shown. And of course, Mr. Arnold, here's a closer look at that. Let's make that better for you to see. So there's a look at what the arm looks like detached, and let's take a closer look at the arm. You see the pin joint right there. And you can just snap it back in as shown. But again, you will have this red line around it. There's nothing to you could do about that. Overall, this is a phenomenal set. I think Jurassic Park fans are going to love it. There's so much great detail in the set. It's lots of fun. I'm loving the fact that we're finally getting a Mr. Arnold set. The only main character missing are the kids, so maybe they'll join the line sometime, maybe next year at San Diego Comic-Con, who knows. I personally would like to finish off the core set in the scale. My recommendation is to pick up the set. This is available today, July 21st at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at creations.mattel.com. I realize that by the time this video is published that we're past that time, so hopefully you guys saw the reviews for Scareglow and Sergeant Slaughter and know about the sale, which I think you would probably know by now. Thank you again to Mattel for providing this set and others along for review. Greatly appreciated. There are a few more San Diego exclusives reviews coming next week, so come back and check out those out. I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Thank you so much again for watching, and stay tuned for more coverage. Also, please like and share this video.